quite a tough act to follow. Hopefully, all of you are still feeling energized. Yes?
Yes, we are.
Okay, excellent. If we could just have the presentation on, please. Right, so how many marketers in the room? Just a quick show of hands. Any marketers? Okay, a few. How many designers? Yay, plenty more. Excellent. Well, when Jyotsna and I spoke, actually, she asked me to speak a little bit about the future of design, which I hope is good design. I truly believe with all of this talk of AI and technology taking over our industry, the opportunity is amplification of creativity and lots of possibilities, because at the end of the day, design is a tool to solve problems for a better world. I want to talk to you very quickly about Landor. I'm going to show you some pieces of work which represent different aspects of the future of design. So for those of you who don't know, Landor is a brand and design consultancy. I'll start with a quick video, show you a little bit of what we do, and then take you directly into the principles of design. So very quickly, Landor is a global brand and design consultancy with locations across the world. Even in India, all of the work we do is inspired by what's happening not only in India, but across the world. And there are three areas that we work in. Consulting to truly connect the brand to the business, because we believe that design and brand are in the service of the business. Design, which is bringing to life all aspects of the brand. And I must preface that I'm in the area of brand and experience design versus furniture and many of the other types of design that were in the awards that we judged. And then when we talk about experience here, it's overall brand experience, physical as well as digital experiences, which are created by organizations both for attracting their talent as well as for customers. If you are the owner of a brand, if you think about the job to be done, it's quite holistic, all the way from brand strategy to the expression of the brand, how the brand is experienced, to how the brand is internalized and therefore manifested externally, the management of the brand, and keeping an eye on the performance of the brand as well. We've been around for about 85 years, and what we've learned is no matter which industry a client is in, whether it's oil and gas or technology, the role of brand has increased tremendously. Today, intangible values have grown as a percentage of the total value of a company. It's standing at almost 32% from around 10% just a decade ago. So across the world, as well as in India as well, a lot of clients are investing in branding and design to truly impact their business. Many of you are designers here. If we start to think about how the value of design has changed over the last couple of decades, it's actually quite interesting to see that fundamentally, design has so much more power right now. And there are these shifts, which I'm sure many of you veterans in this room have experienced personally, right? 30, 40 years ago, design was mostly about aesthetics. Today, when organizations are talking design, it starts with strategic value in addition to the aesthetic value. Before, it was just products and experiences, but today design is understood much more broadly as a tool for solving complex challenges. And this one is really important for all of us in the room, because before, you might have been at the periphery of the organization, but today designers and creatives have a seat at the table, sometimes even in the boardroom. And of course, the shift from analog to digital and virtual has happened quite rapidly. But most importantly, design has moved into the realm of something that's much more inclusive and for universal access. And of course, from just sustainable to responsible, ethical, and sustainable. These shifts are driving how I believe design is going to take hold of in the future. So what are some of the things that we are seeing where our clients are already investing, and so in some ways the future is already here. But a few things to just spark your imagination in terms of how brands are leveraging design to connect with their stakeholders. So the first is the future of design is definitely more inclusive, as I was saying. I don't know if anybody has read the accessories story. Toothbrush is a toothbrush is a toothbrush. But for people living with disabilities, a regular toothbrush just doesn't cut it, right? One size doesn't fit all. People with disabilities genuinely have a problem engaging with toothbrushes. So see this platform that we created called Accessories, which truly addresses the needs of, just to show all brands that there is an inclusivity angle or inclusivity story for each brand and experience to be thought through. What about multisensorial? You know, we see, we feel, we hear. How can brands become much more multisensorial? One of my favorite pieces of work, I don't know if you've seen this on LinkedIn, is the rebranding of the Milan Opera. It used to be called La Verdi, and you'll see here, it was rebranded as Orchestra Sinfonica di Milano. And I'm going to play this video, and I just want you to lose yourself and allow your senses to take over as you see how design can powerfully be used to represent an organization. So something that would have been just graphic design before is so multisensorial right now. So think about the possibilities for your brand. The future of design is also much more immersive. For Kit Kat in Brazil, we actually created a whole chocolatery that truly allowed consumers to engage with their favorite chocolate in ways you'd never imagined before. Imagine all the cool things you can do with customization and that very experiential way in which the brand is discovered by customers. Kit Kat saw such great potential that they took the chocolatery actually online. I'm going to skip this video because I'm shown that I have very little bit time left. But think about how your brand can truly be much more immersive. Every brand should also think about sustainability, not as regulation, but something that can create competitive advantage. We worked with the Volleyball Federation to create good nets. So I don't know if you know that there are so many tons and tons of fishing nets that are lying in the ocean which create harm to the marine life. So this organization actually went on an expedition to take out these bad nets, so to speak, and turn them into volleyball nets, which were used in all of their competitions. You can see what a clever design solution to a massive problem this was. So I'm just going to skip this video. The future of design is also more human-centric. We're working with Tata.ev to think about how the brand and experience for EVs might be conceptualized. And you'll see that this core idea of move with meaning was rooted in the human insight of wanting our movement to be that much more conscious, right? The whole EV space offers that possibility of your footprint being much more sustainable. So a new brand that was created, which is very much more about sustainability at the core, not at the periphery of a brand. And finally, I want to show you that the future of design has to be much more about joy. You know, how do you bring more smile to people's faces? A very fun brand creation for a Sri Lankan cloud kitchen brand, right? When you're competing against the McDonald's and the Burger Kings of the world, how might you create differentiation? Let me show you this joyful design. So this whole notion of a delicious mess was at the heart of the brand, which led to the name, identity, etc. So you'll see there all of the themes in terms of being more immersive, more sustainable, more human-centric. So what does it mean for you as a designer? Right? What are the things that you should be thinking about as you embrace the future? I think one thing that we can all agree on is design is not exclusive anymore. Everyone can be a designer. With tools like Canva, design has been democratized. So what does that mean for everyone in the business of design to up their game? Actually, even with AI, the possibilities are endless, but that means that you have to be the best curator ever, right? So it is about going to be curation and your skills of curation as a designer. And ultimately, superstar designers and design companies will still have a place, because while this technology, while it's easy for anybody to do design, good design that connects to the business strategy, that's brought to life in a very multisensorial way across touch points, is still not easy to produce. And of course, the shift from traditional to digital and virtual. As a designer, how well are you making that shift? So, as I conclude, hopefully this provided some food for thought, and I'd love to discuss with you what you think is the future of design. Is there something that wasn't captured here that you believe will be the future of design? Let's definitely discuss over some tea or drinks, as I believe the next speaker is up. Thank you very much.